Welcome to this episode of The Journey with me, Shaina NC. Today we have a doctor, you heard it right, a doctor politician, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, who is a member of parliament from Noida's GautamBuddh Nagar constituency. He is a doctor by profession, a social activist by passion, and a politician by compassion. Fondly called Dr. Saab, his supporters and opponents alike know Dr. Sharma because of his people-centric approach, his hard work, his social commitment and administrative capabilities. He is the epitome of rural wisdom and an inspiration to millions of youth who leave their homes in small villages at an early age to make a successful career and do something big for society. It is absolutely clear from this journey that Mahesh Sharma grew up in a spiritual family with a family background which was based in farming and then went on to become a doctor and continued to give back to society through politics. Let's hear from Dr. Mahesh Sharma what his journey has been and how Indian traditions and empathy have led to this culture and compassionate member of parliament who was a minister and is currently a member of parliament from Noida. Swagat hai aapka, and thank you Mahesh ji for joining the journey. One of the reasons we do this program is to know the aspirational stories. Tell us a little bit about your childhood and how you entered politics.
See, you have given a lot about me, and I think I didn't deserve that. I hail from a very small village of Rajasthan.
Ji.
Originally, my parents, grandparents hail from Alwar district, village Maneti, where even 100 kilometers there was not even an MBBS doctor also. Even during my studying till 8th class in my school, I didn't see a policeman ever. Of course, not to talk about a MBBS doctor, not to talk about a big college or something like that. Even I had to study in lantern light, where 7 p.m. used to be the close of the day. 4:30 a.m. we used to
And
rise.
Against all odds, you studied in a lantern light?
Yeah, that was my beginning. Even we had to take our takti and kalam and dawat at all those days.
Right.
Even that patti when which used to, this is not Modi time. That was the time when patti and all those used to, we have to carry with us to the school. And my school was about 7 kilometers from my house.
So you used to walk or cycle to school?
It was even we didn't have a cycle also at that time. We couldn't afford a cycle, and second thing, it was through a river sail. So it was not possible to take that cycle through that route. The river used to be much higher in water level during rainy season. In off season, it used to have some smaller streams. My father, they studied in Uttar Pradesh in Kanpur. They lived there for 26 good years. But my birth, my early education till middle class was in Rajasthan. Then father was a teacher and a farming in the house. He was shifted to Delhi for his teacher's job. I also came with him in Delhi. I studied in a higher secondary school which is the oldest school in Delhi. Established in 1869. So it was almost 150 years plus, that school. Then I did my MBBS and my medical education from Safdarjung Hospital, Delhi University Medical College. During my medical college at Delhi University, I came in contact with Arun Jaitley ji, who was a
part of the Vidyarthi Parishad.
Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad.
And got you into student politics.
Yeah, that was the period, that was the time.
Student politics seems to be the turnaround for a lot many parliamentarians who entered through the student movement and then got into active politics.
Very, very true. Rightly you have said. And Sushma Swaraj ji hails from Haryana.
Ji.
So my birthplace is Rajasthan. Parents lived in Kanpur. Haryana is my Nanihal. Studied at Delhi.
So you've got all these
and
various
now my
states.
Banaras is my Sasural. And now my workplace, my Karam Bhumi is in Noida, where I am living for last 39 years.
Ji.
So I decided that I'll not go to politics ever.
Huh.
And when this was in 2009 or 8.
Why never? That's a very strong word.
Yes, it was. I was a Swayamsevak since 14 years of my age.
Ji.
Then I went to Vish Hindu Parishad, Bajrang Dal, then for a long time in Vidya Bharati, schools. I used to be a part of politics, but I said I'll never go to politics. It's not my cup of tea.
What made you feel so?
Politics definition and politics image was not good.
But politics is also the means to give back to society.
It is an important part. That's what brought me back to politics. When this question came to me, Sushma Swaraj ji and Jaitley ji were sitting. They said, Mahesh, तुम्हें चुनाव लड़ना है नोएडा से. तो मेरे just surprisingly I just said कि मुझे इस राजनीति की गंदगी में क्यों खींच रहे हो? Sushma ji was sad. She said, हम क्या गंदगी में पड़े हैं? I said, I apologize, I take my words back. So they said, no, you are you a member of BJP party? मैंने कहा, I'm a supporter of BJP party, not a member. Then I became a member. I asked my RSS mentor, Bade Dinesh ji. He gave me a said कि okay, जो विधि विधान ने लिख रखा वही करिए. और इस तरह मेरा पॉलिटिक्स में आना हुआ. फिर मैंने अपने आप से पूछा, should I go to politics? Why should I go to politics? And is this the right time to go to politics? By this time, I enjoyed my medical profession in a good way. Some 25 good years of my life, along with my wife, Dr. Uma, who is a gynecologist, we have enjoyed that medical profession. Myself practiced for 25 years.
Was your family supportive of your decision to enter politics?
Not.
And now?
And now, of course, now they have become as like Indian traditions and Indian
they
family.
Always accept what you do and support
but
you.
But initial stage, none of the members. मतलब अगर मजाक में सुनेंगे तो when I went to my wife and asked कि मैं चुनाव लड़ूं यहाँ से पॉलिटिक्स में जाऊं तो उन्होंने कहा तलाक अभी दूं या सवेरे का इंतजार करूं. बेटी जो उस वक्त MBBS कर रही थी, I met her. मैंने कहा पल्लवी, should I go to politics? No, Papa, it is not a good game. You should not. Politicians are not seen with good eyes. So I said, you will not feel good when a gunman will come to your medical college. You will not feel happy. No, Papa. So this was the attitude.
No, there is a general perception that the politician who has come with the gunman is anyway not a good man.
Yeah,
so that was a stereotypical notion that your family was
echoing. It was a part of that only. Of course, politics is an integral part of our life.
Absolutely.
During democracy, at least, I say now I feel that being in politics, you can do much more. And this is how I satisfied myself. In medical profession, I could do a little to the ailing community only. Ailing community means maybe 5% of the population may fall sick.
But your practice does continue.
Yeah. But the day I entered into politics, I left my practice. Now it is handed over to my wife, my children. Pallavi is a doctor, she is an eye surgeon. Her husband, my son-in-law, is a neurosurgeon. My son, who is also MBBS doctor. My daughter-in-law, she is also a gynecologist. Now 5 doctors in my. So now I am totally living that off medical profession life, purely 100% into political and social life.
How have you been able to develop your constituency, and what are the various works that you have done which you would like to highlight to our audience?
My constituency was, it was on the border of Delhi, a difficult terrain. In 1976, when Noida came, it developed into an industrial township.
Right, and now a very prosperous industrial.
When I went to Noida, I was looking for some job or to start a practice or something like that. I came in contact with a charitable dispensary, which was run by a philanthropic voluntary NGO, the Giants Group of Noida. I understand you are also part of that Giants Group of Noida. It
was founded by my father, late Padma Shri Nana Chudasama. So I'm so glad you mentioned it.
And that was my turning point of my life. The number of OPD patients in that charitable OPD used to be around 200 to 250 per day. It was run by the big giants. So I went to them that I want to do a job over there. They invited me. They said, what salary you will take? That time 2,500 rupees was good enough So I said 2,500 rupees. They said that we are doing charity. You are doing charity. I am not doing charity. So they said take 2,000. No, I'll take 2,500. There I started my professional life. There I learned the human character. There I lived. Really, I came to know that what is poverty. 25 paisa used to be that OPD card, and people used to come with 15 paisa, 20 paisa. Even they were short of 5 paisa or 10 paisa. So that inspired me to give back to the society, and that really inspired me to go to the social field and political field. Then we have a chain of now 9 hospitals.
Lovely.
In Noida, Dehradun, Delhi, Rajasthan.
So would it be correct to say you started off your NGO activism with Giants Group and then went on to active politics?
I used to say they have origin of foreign origin. Lions Group. So I said no, I'll not join them. But when I came to know that this is the only NGO
which is based
of Indian
out of
origin,
India and Indian origin.
Indian origin NGO.
Ji.
That inspired me to even join that group. And then later on, I became trustee of that charitable dispensary which the Giants Group used to run. And not only dispensary, but a lot of philanthropic activities that Giants Group used to do.
Ji.
So that became my integral part of my life also.
Okay. Then you went on to active politics, became an MLA, and now are a 2-time Member of Parliament. What do you think has been your contribution to this great temple of democracy called Sansad?
See, when 2014, when I was elected as a Member of Parliament, and I saw my Prime Minister bowing down.
That was a moment that the world saw and just felt goosebumps that this is somebody who genuinely loves the country.
Democracy at the gateway of that. And then I could understand what is the importance of that. The person who has been in Chief Minister of Gujarat 3 times, he bows down, he touches the grounds and says this is the temple of democracy. Then we understood the value, and when I entered into that, first 6 months I was learning what is politics, what is democracy, what is opposition and all those things. My family never had anybody in politics, not even the village politics also. So I was the first person to enter into that politics. I was the first member of Legislative Assembly of Noida, which was constituted first time. First MP. After about 5 months or so of this government, I got a call from Prime Minister's office the day that Prime Minister invites you for a breakfast. I went there without not much hopes and without not much aspirations. Their secretary, I remember it was Mr. O.P. Singh, he came and he put a small slip into my pocket. Prime Minister was in front of me. I didn't take out that slip. When I came out of his house, I opened that slip, and it was written that Prime Minister is pleased to give you 3 ministries with the independent charge of tourism and culture and civil aviation. I thought, I am a doctor. At the most, I can get a state ministry in health. At the most. How come this? So I went back again. Tried to touch him feet. He said, no, hold on. Okay, sir, with what expectations? सोच समझ के दिया है. और फिर उसके बाद it was a pleasure, it was a real training period for me.
How long were you a minister?
I was in ministry for 4.5 years.
Were you disappointed when you lost your ministry?
See, this is a question put before everybody. When after completing this almost five years, next time I was elected with the higher number of votes, I put this question to myself also.
What was your victory margin?
It was 3.5 lakh votes.
So I think that in itself is a victory itself.
But I came that when I was the first time MP, Prime Minister gave me 3 ministries. At that time, so many people were left behind, even 4 times, 3 times, 5 times MP. So when I said, yes, it's that choice prerogative of Prime Minister. Maybe he wants to use my services somewhere else. And it took me only maybe 3 minutes. Rather, I went to that oath ceremony where I was not appointed as a minister. I sat there, I enjoyed that also. And I was satisfied that after 5 years of almost lapse, almost 3.5 years of lapse, touch wood, I could come out of that political activity spotless, and I'm happy. Now Honorable Prime Minister and my party has given me another responsibility in Sangathan, that I have been made as a Prabhari of Tripura.
What do you think are your contributions as a member of parliament and as a minister to this great democracy of ours?
Working for almost 5 years with the Honorable Prime Minister under his guidance, I think he is a God gift to this nation.
Absolutely. Well said.
He has changed the meaning of politics.
Because he is a nationalist at heart, and the way he works with that commitment, nobody can fault him.
I used to say, भारत, भारतीयता और भारत के लोगों का सम्मान आज अगर किसी एक व्यक्ति की वजह से शिखर पर है तो वो है नरेंद्र मोदी। 130 करोड़ लोगों के दिल में ये एस्पिरेशन, मेरा माय प्राइम मिनिस्टर, ही हैज डेवलप्ड दैट eye to eye contact with almost 134 crore people, and that is his achievement. When he invited some parliamentarians to his house, he said, yes, anything somebody has to say. Nobody came out. I put him a question. मैंने कहा, sir, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji sarkar was also our party sarkar. It was a good government. Why didn't we get a repeat? So he said, what is your reply? I said, probably what we did, we could not tell it to the people. That communication with the masses. And he said, yes.
Our Prime Minister has mastered the art of communicating with tangible results.
Yes.
Because in the past, when you see yojanas which didn't percolate down to the poorest of poor, you thought that that was inaction. Here you have yojanas which have percolated down to the poor and people know about it. So that's a double whammy.
No, we were listening. Remove poverty, remove poverty, remove poverty. But how to remove poverty and when to remove poverty? By poverty, what a poor man needs? A house. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana gives you a house. House should have electricity. Now almost 100%, almost about 100% villages has got a house. What a house needs? A gas connection. He gave us a gas connection. What else it needs? Grains to eat, and especially during struggle phase like Corona, 80 crores people were being fed for almost 2.5 years. What else a house a poor man's need? A health. Ayushman card. So Ayushman card gives you coverage of 5 lakh rupees. What else a farmer needs? A Fasal Bima. What else a farmer needs? Some 6,000 rupees in a year. So these were the
Nidhi Samman.
Nidhi Samman Nidhi. So these were the something, a toilet, a power, a gas connection, a Ayushman Yojana, Samman Nidhi Yojana, all those nidhis. एक बार मैं किसी कुछ बिहार के लोगों के साथ बैठा था, तो माई वोट क्या दिए, तो मोदिया दिए। ये एक अनपढ़ औरत का जवाब था जो शायद और कुछ नहीं जानती थी, एंड शी सेड के he has fed us during that corona phase, otherwise we would have died.
Very well said, because absolutely if you ask any common citizen, what do they want? They want Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, they want Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, they want to make sure that there is an Ayushman Bharat which takes care of them for the needy day. And what do women want? Women wanted Ujjwala and they got that too. So he has encapsulated all segments of society. But the question I ask you is, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, as a parliamentarian, is there anything that you would like to highlight that you contributed as a parliamentarian in Parliament in these last 2 terms?
See, I was lucky that I had leadership of Honorable Prime Minister.
Absolutely.
And I could take out projects worth about 50,000 crores to my constituency and to the nation also. I was given Culture Ministry, Tourism Ministry.
Yes.
Tourism, according to Prime Minister, was the blue-eyed one point of the. He said that now our GDP of 6.8% is from tourism. We have to take it to 10% plus. And yes, our tourism index got a lift of about 9%, where the whole world was dwindling around 4.5% or so. It can alone change the face of our country is the most suitable for tourism four beautiful weathers, the history, the everything what with the,
Right.
the snow, the deserts,
Yeah.
the rains, and everything we have. Along with that, in my constituency, I could take an airport, which is my 30,000 crore rupees, then India's largest and Asia's largest Jewar airport. Power supply was in shortage. We could take a power project of 12,000 crores in my constituency. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Institute of Archaeology, metro network, then 3 national highways we have taken into my constituency. From Delhi to Lucknow, Delhi to Agra, then Delhi-Mumbai International Trade Corridor, then Purvanchal, all these hub became to Noida. And now Noida has already was on an international map, but my people feel that at least I was
That Dr.
instrumental
Saab
in getting.
has done it.
And I'm happy that I could
So-
give back to my society also. And that's what a politician should think, that if God gives you a chance to give back to the humanity and to the people, I
Then
think
that's the best
your
way.
credibility.
Dr. Saab, as we come to the end of this program, I would want you to give a message to the youngsters watching this program, The Journey on Doordarshan, because a lot of them have resisted politics, resisted public life. When we hear of stories such as yours, of how you studied with a lantern and you went to school walking 7 kilometers through a river, went on to become a doctor, chose social service, gave back to society, fought elections, became a minister, have come to parliament. It's truly an aspirational, inspirational story. So I'd request you to please give your message to our viewers.
See, you have used one word, empathy. That is my crux of life. To my all people around, I say that this is the crux of life. If you empathize, you can understand the agony and pain of a poor man. You can understand the problem of a patient also. You can understand the problem of your relatives also. Put your foot into somebody else's shoes. You get an
Very
answer
well
for
said.
that. Second thing, what you should have in mind, world recognize you what you give back to the society, to the humanity, not what you draw from them. In your Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, there is a geet कि तन समर्पित मन समर्पित और ये जीवन समर्पित चाहता हूँ देश की माटी तुझे कुछ और भी दूँ. That burning desire we should have, that what can we give back to the society, to the humanity. If we do that, and with closing in the last words of Vivekanand, whom I am a disciple also,
Ji.
he said, take initiative.
It's a
Take initiative, take risks. Two things will happen. Either you will pass through. If you will pass through, you will become a leader. If you fail, so by virtue of your experience, you will become a mentor, you will become a guide, that I did this, I failed, so don't do that mistake and correct it. Take initiatives. Be a leader. Don't be a follower only. Let our role model be our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and I think he's our mentor, he's our guru, he's our guardian. People have developed this feeling in our Prime Minister, and that we feel proud of saying that I am from a country, India. My Neta is Narendra Modi.
Is there any experience in your life or any example that you would like to highlight or any quote that you go by?
If God takes you in his giver's club, this human being respects, salutes only the givers. Maybe you go out of this hall, you will not touch feet of a beggar whom you have given 100 rupees. You touch feet of that Almighty God. You touch feet of your parents. You touch feet of your teachers and gurus. This is what I experience, and my constituency has 1100 villages. It has around 484 high-rise societies where the person living at the 20th floor doesn't reach down also. When I went to a village, it was my political opponent people's village. They said, Dr. Sansadji, you have come here and you have not given us even a small piece of road from your nidhi, what we get an MP-led fund. I couldn't understand what I said. I said, okay, whatever you want to say, say. What you have given, tell us, is there any roadway or anything, toilet or anything you could give? I said, okay, now should I speak? I asked them, okay, did your village got the 6,000 rupees in the that Samman Nidhi? Somebody raised a hand. 3-4 people said, yes, we got it. मैंने कहा you got all complete 6,000 rupees without a loss of a single penny or something like that. Okay, this was possible in Modi time only, direct benefit transfer. Then I said, did somebody get a gas connection? 5 people raised their hands. Yes. मैंने कहा who gave it? Narendra Modi. मैंने कहा who is Narendra Modi? मैंने कहा my neta. Then I asked, then did somebody get a toilet in the house? Yes, 4 people raised their hands. We got a toilet in the house. Then I asked, did somebody get the treatment from any hospital free? 2 people raised their hands. Yes. And end of the day, which the villager people were saying, Sab, we didn't get anything from your nidhi, and even not a stretch of land. End of the day, they were all touching
recipients.
Yeah, recipients. लाभार्थी. और उन्होंने मैंने कहा ये सब किसने दिया? Yes, मैंने कहा it was given by Modi. And who I am? I am a disciple. I am a follower. I am of Narendra Modi. So if my prime minister, my leader has given me, it is as good as I have given you. आप समझिए the things changed, and they all applauded. They were happy, and they started saluting. हाँ साहब नरेंद्र मोदी ने तो दिया. ये तो नरेंद्र मोदी.
That's satisfying.
This is how the things got satisfied, and this is how people got connected with his name. कि at time of crisis, nothing will happen. Our prime minister is with us. कि अगर कुछ कोरोना आया तो भी हमें मिलेगा, हेल्थ मिला. आप समझिए 7 एम्स से 22 एम्स हो गए हैं.
बहुत ही बड़ी बात.
327 medical colleges were there. Now there are 596 medical colleges.
And less donations.
Less donations. So this is how world has changed, and the people have connected him that we have a political leader who takes care of us.
So well said and so well ended. And you're absolutely right. The youth that are watching this program need to take initiative and need to take risks and need to take the role model Narendra Modi as a mentor and inspiration. Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for joining us on the journey. As we all know, Dr. Sharma has done a lot of dedicated work to give back to society. It is his dream of creating an inspirational constituency which is aspirational for the voter as well as for the citizens who view Noida and the work he has done there. Leaving everything behind and shifting to a metro city is always not easy. But back then, to have lived in a small rented house, to have struggled through so many different challenges and eventually to offer the bigger good to society are only the few points that one has highlighted on today's journey. A bright student throughout the educational career, and then going on to becoming a doctor, and then going on to becoming a politician, a minister, and currently Member of Parliament. We will have many such journeys on this show of ours. Tomorrow and next week, we will meet with another Member of Parliament, his or her journey being different but necessary to be highlighted for this great Indian democracy of ours. I look forward to seeing you. Until then, Namaskar from China NC.